Hey, what's up guys? Sean or MOOSTANG09 bringing you a new video, and today we're working on the Super Duty boys. The truck is back on the channel with a big one. Well, I say big. Exciting for me, moving out to Utah, hitting a bunch of these back roads, hunting roads and stuff like that. If you want to get out there early or get out there late, lighting is crucial. And as you know, we have the Morimotos on the front. Thank you to Headlight Revolution, as well as some LED bulbs in our factory fog lights. They're in there, and they do great. They match extremely well. They look good on the road. They shine everything so bright. There is an improvement out there, and that is going to be with these Baja designs. These are the Baja Designs Squadron Sport fog lights. They, as you can tell, two different colors. We have the amber, we have the white. And my reasoning behind that is hopefully in the wintertime, we'll use this more for when there's snow out, and we'll use this when it's clear weather, you know, so on and so forth. But we're wiring them up to where the whites will come on with the factory fog light switch, and this one will come on with an Upfitter switch, which Baja Designs makes it super simple with a wiring harness. KD Fabworks makes the brackets. Not sponsored by KD Fabworks, just seen their products used a lot, and the packaging and I don't know, the product itself, they look really good. Like, they label everything, driver and passenger. They send you the wiring harness to adapt to your factory plugs. So they go right into the Baja ones, or if you order rigids, they'll send you these too. All the hardware's here, instructions. And I think the best part about KD Fabworks, right there, boys, made in the USA. It doesn't get any better than that. Supporting local companies, American companies, is awesome. So thank you, KD Fabworks, for sending these out so quick. They were slammed a little bit there, but their communication was great through their customer service. I even hit them up on Instagram, and they responded like that. So super nice folks. Excited to use their products on my truck. Hey guys, one last thing I'd like to mention is that we are having a sale on my website, moostang09.com. You can go get you some cool merch. I've got hats, shirts. Everything is pretty much on sale, koozies, stickers, all that stuff. So go check it out. I appreciate your support, and we'll have some new stuff dropping soon. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks, boys. First, we've got to get the bumper off of this thing. You guys have seen me do this before in an older video, but I'll show you the snippets. There'll be a lot of time lapse going on in this. We'll zoom through this, get this front bumper off. It's super easy. You can do it by yourself. Nothing to be worried about. Just some simple bolts. Let's get to it. One thing I did forget to mention is definitely wear safety glasses when you're doing this, because there's a lot of dirt and dust and grime under here. You don't want that falling into your eyes. Protect yourself. You only get one set of these bad boys. They're important. I'm gonna switch to my phone because it's easier to film under the truck with. But quick note, laying down a moving blanket so that when I get this thing off, I can just lay it right on something soft and padded. Going under the car on the passenger side, you will see where we have our wiring harness for our fog lights. So we need to unplug those. 2 bolts here will take off, and it's the same thing on the other side. We have a wiring harness right here. We'll unplug our fog lights and 2 bolts. And for those interested, of course you are if you're watching this video, this is a 15mm socket using to get these off. Look at all that dust. Saw all that dust. That's why you wear safety glasses. One cool trick that I will tell you guys if you're taking this off is any of these factory style plugs, if you always start by pushing up and then pulling down, it makes it a lot easier to get them off. Now that we're out from under the car, we're gonna focus around these little tow hook areas here. You can see like a little door on this. Take that off. Reveal these bolts, same on the driver's side. And we're going to start by taking these guys off. This one calls for an 18mm, and they're on there tight, so we're going to hit it with a breaker bar. This bracket will come off on the inside one, and I think there's one on the back side of that as well. We have 3 of the 4 bolts out, and as you saw as I was doing that, the bumper started to slide down a little bit. So I'm going to leave this one in there to hold its spot. Go over and do the 3 over here on the driver's side, and then we should be getting really close to having the bumper off. Oh no, I forgot a plug. I forgot a plug for the block heater. 1 second. We got it now. Pre-runner mode. We got this thing off now. We have to remove this bracket. This is the whole reason why we have to remove the bumper, because this guy's in the way. I need to get the factory fog lights out, so it just has to be done. Boy, let me tell you, these jokers are on there. It's a 15 mil. Next part of this install is to uninstall the factory fog light housing. So it's 4 8mm bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. First, we'll get this light out of here. That's the LED that was in there. Then we'll zap those out. Here is the bracket assembled. So you use 3 of the bolts, 3 nuts, and 6 washers. And this is how it goes together. This is the driver's side. It's labeled D right there, as you can tell. It sits back in there, not like that. It sits back in there like this. And you use the factory bolts to hold it in place. So what we're going to do is assemble the passenger side. And on assembling them, you don't want to tighten it down all the way, but you do want to get it snug so it'll hold its place where you're able to adjust forward and back still, because you want to adjust the depth of where that front bracket sits on the bumper. We've got one of the lights assembled, and we have 3 more to go. So I'm going to knock those out real quick and get them installed onto the bracket, and I'll show you how that process works. For that bottom bracket that holds the light on, you want to put that bottom bolt in first before you put the side bolts into the bracket, or else you'll have a fun time trying to get it in and it won't work. So we have this one all together. We're going to stick it on there, and then we'll get the lights finally adjusted. And then there'll be some more final adjustment once it's on the truck. Once your lights are on, you can only connect 2 of your lights to the factory fog light harness. Like I said earlier, we're going to connect the white ones, which are the outside lights. KD Fabworks sends you a little adapter so that it goes from the Baja Designs one, which I'm going to put some dielectric grease on this. I need to do that. And then this one will just clip into the factory Ford clip. And then what you can do is you can fold it over in half. And I'm going to put it behind this bracket. I'll put it behind the bracket like that and zip tie it up out of the way. Throw some of that dielectric grease on there. It's really going to help you in the future. That way, if moisture or anything gets in there, it's not going to mess up what you got going on. Alrighty, fellas, we got everything cleaned up here. We have the outside lights, which are the white ones connected to the factory harness. These are the amber ones. They come into that jumper cable I showed you earlier, where it brings 2 out into 1. That's going to plug into this right here, which is made for the Upfitter switches. So this makes your life super simple. There's a ground wire right by the Upfitter switches on the driver's side. And then this is kind of one of those splice-in wire deals. Put the bumper back on. First we have to put these brackets back on, because that's how the bumper holds to the truck. So pretty straightforward. What you saw me do earlier to take the bumper off, we'll just do it in reverse. And I'll catch you guys up once we get there. All right, boys, moment of truth. Go ahead and push. Yep, they work. Hell yeah, boys. Oh, so sick. Yeah. Did you hit the button?
Yeah. Did it turn on?
Yeah, you turned them off.
Oh.
Yeah, that's on.
Okay.
That's sick. So don't mind the wire. This one, this is the one that goes to here. So I need to get that installed. But son, yo, that, come look at them. It looks good with the Morimotos, but what doesn't look good with the Morimotos, you know?
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
that is cool. How do we turn the yellow ones on?
Well, I have to plug them in, and then they'll go to the Upfitter switch.
Okay.
So I'll get to finally use my...
Your switch up there. Those are bright.
Yeah, I'll finally get to use my... what am I trying to say? My jet switches. Those, I always play with them, but They're never hooked up to anything, so I just flip them on like I'm doing something cool. Now I have a reason.
Sweet.
I love
So
it.
yeah, thank you for your help.
Yeah.
Super excited about it. Not gonna lie, the hardest part of this install is probably undoing this bundle. There's a zip tie way down in there, and man alive, it was a little tough. It has a code on this where it tells you which wire does what. We are gonna be looking for the brown and green, goes to our first relay. So this one looks to be mostly brown with green, so this is gonna be our candidate. And I am going to separate him out and then zip tie the others out of the way, but in an easier spot to where I can undo them later down the road. And we'll get our wiring harness in. And if you look, here's the coolant. Right there's a ground. So it's gonna be perfect for us to run our ground, get our power. We should be in business. Super simple. Fingers crossed, let's make it happen.
Hey guys, it's the next day, but I wanted to show you how I wired in the yellow fog lights to the truck. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. We had a big day. Early morning, I went to, I went to Mexico this morning. We'll say that much. And it was fun, but it got busted pretty quick. But yeah, yesterday had the neighbors come over and they were talking, and I didn't really feel like pulling out the camera. Here is
The final wiring. It goes to the green, or the brown with the green line on the wire. This wire grounds in right there behind the tank. And then I just ran it up under here, and it goes underneath this shroud and then down that hole.
and everything's wired in, works perfect.
Holy smokes. Yo, these are legit super bright. Oh, you can't even see? Yeah, it's insane. I have to find a way to capture it for you guys. That's about what I'm seeing. That's a bright joker. I'll turn the other ones off and just put the yellows on. That's just the yellow lights. And mind you, these still haven't been pointed right, so. Good Lord, son. I'm so pumped about it. Highly, highly recommend. I will leave, of course, links in the description below for everything you see here. And once again, huge shout out to Headlight Revolution, man. They definitely help your boy out, so make sure you're buying this stuff through them. Support those guys. Great group of people over there. They love the YouTube world. They support your people. Like, they're good dudes. That's going to do it for this install. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about the products that I didn't quite answer in the video, make sure to leave a comment down below. I'm always down there trying to chat with you guys, so if you need to do that, let me know. Also on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, pretty active on all of those as well. I prefer Instagram over Facebook though. So MOOSTANG09, link in the description for all my socials and my store. Thanks so much for watching, boys. We'll catch you back here next time. Take it easy. Peace.